Hello.
What's up? How's everyone doing?
He's us.
He's triple checking to make sure he didn't mess up recording. He think we're good. Yes.
Yeah.
How are you? It's a Monday for you. uh, it's been a second for us for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
We tried to record that one last week. I'm wearing the same shirt from that episode just in case. Um,
that's
because
funny.
we recorded for like what 30 minutes and then fucking my computer ran out of space and just stopped recording.
I'm sorry. Cheers before I sip.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like about to. I was like, oh wait. Ooh. Melissa told me I should make a syrup out of the. She was starting to get under the weather or thought she might be, so she started doing her vitamin C stuff, and we have this passion fruit tea.
Okay.
It's got stuff in it that was like, and she was like, "Oh, you should make a syrup out of it." So I did. It's bomb.
Out of the vitamin C shit?
No, it's no. Sorry, it's she just takes a bunch of vitamin C and stuff. It's a passion fruit tea that we've had for a really long time, not for sick purposes, but it's just like it's passion fruit and mango and a bunch of fruity flavors in the tea with some I think hibiscus, but I don't. I think that's more of a color thing. I don't think hibiscus really has much of a flavor unless you're like tasting it straight up. I don't know.
You gotta.
I'd have to have like, yeah, you gotta boof it. You have to have some a lot of hibiscus.
Yeah, you gotta boof
But
it. I think I'm allergic to hibiscus.
it wouldn't shock me.
It's like purpley, ain't it?
Uh, Jesus. Yes.
See
Yes.
that right there shows how little I care about my allergies. Like most people will be like, yeah, I'm allergic to that, and I'm like, I think I might be. Like,
It's apparently barely in there, but no, it's just because I didn't know it was in there until I just said, "Fuck it, what's actually in this?" But that was a while ago when I made it. This is the first time I made it like a week ago. I haven't used it yet because we just didn't record yet.
yeah,
So, but it's pretty bomb, dude. I'm happy with it. I just shook it up like a whiskey sour with it.
nice. I got a diet Dr Pepper
And a
and
Yingling.
a Yingling.
Fuck yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
opened the Yingling because we were recording, but I also like just opened the Dr Pepper before we started. So I'm like, which one do I drink first? Like, I don't want a cold Dr Pepper and I don't want a cold beer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or a warm.
I
Yeah, you know what I meant.
No, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I just have my water otherwise, but yeah, we're about to go to Alaska, in a couple days. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It snuck up real fast. Uh, you guys, well, you'll hear about it next week. That's not gonna happen. That won't happen for us for
A while.
a week and a half,
Yeah.
maybe 2 weeks. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be it's interesting. I'm excited. I've told a couple, just talking with coworkers about the fact that I'm leaving, whatever, and on any one of them that has been that I've talked to about it, and they're like, oh yeah, I have ex aunt or quarter or brother or whoever the fuck person cousin, whoever the one you name that went on these trips to Alaska, and every single one of them is basically like, oh, it's a really great trip, it's really cool, fishing, all that shit's phenomenal, and I'm like, hell yeah, like I know you wouldn't like it, but that's what we're.
No.
I mean,
actually, sorry. No. I like Alaskan fried cod. Like a beer
That's
battered
fair.
Alaskan cod, like the fucking frozen
Fish and
shit.
chips.
Yeah, I like that. Don't like anything
That's
else.
fair. That's fair, I guess. But like, yeah, I'm very interested to see what it's gonna taste like when you get it up there, and it's literally like it's there. because basically, like my one coworker was saying that it really is a big difference in the flavor for the fish up there when you're eating it, and I'm like, I'm excited about it, but then I don't want to have like, fuck, no, all this stuff down here just sucks, kind
I
of
get
deal.
that, yeah.
Maybe not.
No, I get that.
I doubt it.
No, it happens, man. Like I travel a lot for work, and I go places, and people are like, "Oh, this is phenomenal," and I'm like, "It's really not. Like, it's not that good." And then I'll
Sorry,
be like,
bud.
It's all good, man. But then I'll be like, "Oh, I had this in Colorado," and people are like, "We're in fucking Missouri," and I'm like, "Yeah, but you can't say it's the best when the best is not here. Them's the rules."
They just canceled work for me tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
I just got the text. I saw work auto text. I was like, I have to read this now.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I hope they don't cancel work for us soon. Cause it's scurry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I'm only excited about it because it was weekend, and yeah, I have to do. I'm gonna go get fitted for the wedding suit for Andy's wedding tomorrow because I needed to get that done. And then now I'm gonna clean the house so we can have a clean house when we come back, because that was on the list to do, but I didn't want to have to do it until I'd have to do it like way later. But so I'm like, fuck yeah, now I can be a boring adult. I'm kidding. I'm just gonna get really high and I'm gonna vacuum the house.
Vibes.
In an uncontrolled fashion while Melissa's working.
Vibes.
She's working from home tomorrow, so I'm just gonna be like, fucking run, just running around. It's the shit. I'm gonna say, like, that's the best thing about that fucking vacuum, the cordless.
I want to get one, man.
I mean, like, 100%, like, realistically, if I didn't get it for the dumb free, like, trick thing that happened, I would not buy one because it was so expensive, but, like, yeah, it's pretty great that I got, like, lucky with that fucker. And now I'm just praying it doesn't die.
Yeah. Shark makes pretty good shit, though. It should last a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, whatever universal God that's out there that controls the state of this vacuum, just, like, make it last forever for us, please. The vacuum god.
What is that, Apollo, probably? That's something Apollo would be about.
Maybe. I would say, I figure like that's more of a Dionysus.
Because of sucking?
The party god.
Yeah.
The suck is like, It's whoever convinced Zeus to have sex with humans.
That was That was
the first
Zeus.
one. It was the first.
No.
It was the first one. I'm kidding.
Zeus convinced himself.
I know. I'm joking.
Who is the god of wind? Sorry, I got.
Oh, wind is probably, the one that goes to the sun and stuff.
That's Apollo. Helios is god of the sun.
Helios.
Apollo. No. It's
well,
Boreas.
I always thought in the, huh?
It's Boreas.
It's who?
Boreas.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's 4 wind gods. Yeah.
Got it.
Now there's one for the north, there's one for the south, there's one for the east, there's one for the west. Yeah.
Got it. And then there's Captain Planet.
Yeah. I read that name
The
and then
god
I was
of
like,
all.
I read that name and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that I really like the Percy Jackson series and I actually do know these gods.
That's why I was like, legitimately that's what I thought in my head. I was like, who was the fucking guy that was on the chariot, like in the sky? I was like, who was he? That's yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to I actually want to watch the new series. I know they made a TV series out of it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
That's supposed to be better.
I heard it's probably better than the books for sure, or the movies.
Movie.
Yeah, there was 2 movies, I thought.
You're right. They did do 2.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I reread all the books like last year. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Uh,
sounds right. Because I think you sent it.
yeah. But I didn't watch the series. Like I want to watch it, but I'm also like, eh. You know.
Yeah, I don't. One, I forgot which like whatever streaming site it's even on.
Disney Plus.
But also, I didn't. Oh, you're right. Okay. Well, I don't even know if we have it anymore because I stopped watching the Star Wars shows and they didn't. Well, they weren't out, and so I just canceled the membership and I have not restarted it yet. Although I've heard a couple times now that I should actually watch Andor.
Yeah, I hear Andor's good too.
Like, the first series, I guess, wasn't like too much of a thing, but I think it's one of those like it's better once you have the second season kind of deal. Now that it's here, so I'm kind of like, all right, I should probably watch it.
That's why
So I watched like an episode.
That's why everyone was like up in arms about the Acolyte shit. And I'm like, give it a season 2. Like, season 1 is never good. Give them a season 2. I thought it was great. I liked the ideas. I like the lore. It's more expanded universe. I know where you are with that. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was okay. I'm with you there. I liked the ideas. I just didn't like the execution. Kind of
That's
deal.
why you need a season 2 to flesh all that shit out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rehash it again because a lot of it's also like breaking Star Wars lore stuff. But like,
Not really. Everything you brought up before, I found it, and it didn't really break much lore. Like that one dude you said who was supposed to be like 30. It wasn't really stated anywhere except for in a DVD like sub menu that's not really considered canon. Like the bleeding of the kyber crystals, I can get that, but you know, fuck it, it looks cool.
I didn't care about that. Yeah. No, there's a lot of I don't know. I thought it was okay. But I feel like they have there's better ideas out there. Just not doing them. Someone will have a good show. I'm excited for it. Like at least with the Jedi's idea side, because that's the problem. Is everyone just kind of I don't know. There's a lot of potential for shit. It just kind of like they're focused on like an ideal first, and I think they just need to write the good story, and that'll come with the ideals, but it's I don't know. It was they could have done a lot better.
Yeah, but they're in a spot where they can't really push anything because, you know, female lead character who's also not a white person. A lot of Star Wars fans are like super like, oh, that's woke now, and it's just let them fucking run with it for a bit.
Yeah, that was dumb. I didn't give a fuck about that. I thought it was more like I said, at least the first time with the whole women coven, I was like, I thought they just made them look dumb, and that's what made me look mad. Like the chant, that was really bad. I was like, you could have made them look so cool.
I thought that was fine. Like it reminded me of just like a simple chant. Like, but I get where you're at. It could have been a lot cooler, but also I liked that it was subtle. You know, like
I guess like I'm just when you're doing magic, I assume just speaking just like regular stuff. It's kind of like also in that basic. It's like it feels like if you're supposed to be powerful, it should be a powerful thing, not just like repeat this basic phrase while doing stuff.
Hold on. Hear me out on this. Avada Kedavra.
But there's a million versions of things to do certain things. That's kind of
but
it's different. It's a
simple, and it's the strongest.
But they're all okay, but the whole thing is there's a million different, there's a whole dictionary worth of stuff of words that represent different things and an action, not just the same words you're speaking when you're not doing a thing, you know.
Yeah,
That's what I meant. Like I feel
but again,
they could have just made it somewhere epic and powerful.
we'll get off it. But again, that goes back to they had 7 books to like flesh out all that shit, whereas the Acolyte had like 1 series. I'd assume they would explore more about the witches and shit in season 2 or season 3, but it was like a setup. Like, you know, we could have met some badass witch in fucking season 2, episode 4. You know?
I mean, shit, realistically, the woman, what her character is a badass. They just didn't like. I felt all the episodes were too short. They needed to give more time to actually see some. I wanted more examples of her being super powerful, not just kind of like one like example of the whole thing that explains why she did a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I want it, that kind of stuff. Again, my gripes are more like I wanted more of these things that they were trying to do to prove and back it up and stuff. Not, it felt very face value is the better way of putting it, I guess. It felt, and I was like, oh, you could have done some really cool shit and made this way better, and it just felt flat to me.
That's why I want a season 2. Because I'm like, there were so many cool ideas. Like, it's the same as like starting a D&D game. Like, you're gonna have a shit ton of cool ideas in your first few sessions, and then eventually you're gonna follow the certain things that can actually work and are actually really cool. Like, same with every series. Like, season 1 has a cool idea, and then season fucking 8 is like usually way fucking different and all fleshed out, and you know, but they never got to, which is a bummer.
Yeah. I really loved all. I liked Osha, like in May, like that whole dynamic. I liked the mother. They needed more of her in it than just kind of like some random stuff. And then I really liked the main guy. I'm blanking on his name now.
Bad guy.
I liked him, and I liked both. I was gonna say him and the bad guy because I did like the whole dynamic. It just felt like everything was just kind of there. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this could have been so fucking cool. Like you did have a great idea.
That's why. But like, you could tell there was stuff they were setting up for season 2, man. You could tell. And I was like, that'd be so cool when they get to it.
Well, my thought is also more so on the aspect of like when I look at how much the budget was for that movie, and then how, like, so the budget for Obi-Wan was half of what the Acolyte was. So that's also where my thing is like, you spent that much money on it and you gave us that short of episodes. I wanted, you know, especially because I'm sure it costs editing, but there could have just been a lot more sequences of at least like discussion with that mother witch. It felt like there was barely any of her, and she's just like this random powerful lady that's there for the sake of furthering a story, and not like showcasing why she was so powerful to set up the story. And so, like, I don't know, like that was just, she could have been cool. But also, speaking of D&D, I didn't roll a dice.
Oh fuck, me either. I don't have any.
6 and 13.
I just threw my bottle cap. I don't know where it went.
I was truly hoping that once I hit the 6, I was like, come on, 9, and it didn't.
Yeah. Dude, I rolled that on my D100. I got a 69 the first time I rolled with it, and was like, nice.
Yes.
I don't even remember what happened to me.
I love it. Yeah, I'm, where was I at with stuff? Oh, I ended up, for the first time in fucking ever, I went to a Dunham's because I needed to actually get hiking boots for this trip. And I was telling you about it. It's like Fucking, I hate having to like go shopping and try on stuff. Like I didn't try on any of the jacket or the pants that I bought.
That's a mistake. You got. I don't like trying the pants on either, but like, if I'm doing it for like
they don't really
a hiking trip or something, you gotta try them.
Well, 90% of it is I don't think Dunham's has a trying on area.
I
So,
don't think so.
that's where I was like, I can't. So technically, now that I have tomorrow off, I am going to try them on. If they don't fit, I'll go exchange them because I have the time now. But I just essentially looked at it and I was like, these seem like they're going to be good. I kind of put them to my side. I was like, they look fine. And I forget like a lot of Dunham's like sporting goods stores also just have like a whole gun room.
Yeah, dude, I forgot about that down here, dude. I fucking went to Walmart and there's just a fuck ton of guns.
Yeah. I was like,
Also,
oh shit,
I'm
yeah.
still here, but I'm taking some Excedrin or ibuprofen.
That's fair, dude. No, so yeah, that was a whole fucking I hate how all these different brands have like different the shoes all fit differently. Like I guess I get it, but also like it's different. It was annoying to like I had to try on like 4 different boots to even try to like find it. I was like, fuck. Like it was one of those things where like I'm sitting there, I'm trying to shoe. The like guy who works there just kind of does one of those. All right, and I'm like, oh man, but yeah, after enough time, finally found that shit. But I'm just hoping I'm gonna wear those tomorrow when I do whatever when I go to Men's Warehouse. Just to like, cause I need to break them in. I was planning to wear them to work tomorrow to give at least one good day of just kind of like breaking them in.
Oh yeah, you're in materials now. I was gonna say that would suck to break in boots. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done. I would have done like, all right, I'll bring them in, wear them for the first half of the day or something, or the second half of the day kind of deal. But yeah, no, I'm just like, I don't know, I wanted to wear them, so I'm gonna try and do that tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll put them on and take Penny for a walk, just to like, cause I need to break them in a little bit before we go on a 6-hour hike.
Yeah. You're gonna break them in on the hike.
Yeet. It's fine. Everything's fine.
God, I forgot. I think it was Emily. We had like we grilled while I was home, and
Yeah.
I was talking about something. I was like, yeah, we can only record like one time next week, and then we're not gonna record for a while because they're going somewhere. And I couldn't remember where you guys were going, but in my head I was like, it's somewhere weird. Like, dude, like 30 minutes later I was like, they're going to Alaska. Like,
What's funny is she knows that.
yeah, but I was like, oh yeah, she was talking about you guys at the Ardmore. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that place is great.
Oh yeah. I delivered potatoes.
It's you what?
I delivered potatoes to them because Chrissy was helping out. They ran out of potatoes, so they called me and they're like, "Can you bring potatoes?" And I was like, "Sure."
That's no, it's a cool place. They like it has a lot of sick potential. Like looking like now that I was in there, like it really is like, all right, cool. It can really be something. I'm like, because I didn't realize how big it is.
Yeah, and there's an upstairs and shit too. She was telling me about. Yeah.
Oh, we went up to both. We went up the whole thing. Yeah, there's like upstairs and then there's an upstairs. Like, there's like a whole second floor that's like multiple rooms and it has a balcony. And then there's the upper floor that I'm like, dude, like, it's really, really cool. So I'm also the food was great. It just, it's like, I'm excited to see where that thing is in like a year, 2 years.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope as hell, man. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I delivered potatoes.
I got half a duck.
Nice.
Yeah, because like one, I always do like duck when it is an option, depending how like expensive it is. Uh, it was good price there for sure. For a half a duck, I was like, it was $41 for half a duck and the sides, which is like, it's pricey, but also it's duck, so I get it. It's a but it was good. It really slapped. It also came. They had multiple like sauces that you could choose which sauce you wanted with it. And I got their like apricot Dijon one. Bro, that shit's good.
I gotta eat there.
So yeah,
I might the next time I'm home. Well, it's Memorial Day weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello, future
Man,
us.
Hey, I'm gonna say, are they gonna extend you?
I don't know. I got a call about it. There's a lot of wild stuff going on everywhere, so we're all a little worried. I happen to have talked to one of the people that got some paperwork, and I got to see what a certain company's plan is, and it is wild. I will.
We'll talk about that now.
Yeah, I'll text you about it after, because it is. Oh, yeah. I don't know. My boss.
Yeah.
The last time, because I was trying to figure out like weekends I'd be home and whatnot. And, like weekends I could go see my grandpa. He was like, yeah, I'd bet a whole paycheck that you'll probably get extended another month. And then the other project that I was doing up there, it's not canceled, but no one will be in the plant. So it's on hiatus again. So there's like no work anywhere except for here. I think we got some stuff in Indiana. There's the Mexico job, which would be wild.
Yeah.
And probably suck. Because you got to wear like you got to wear a full denim outfit.
Ooh.
In Mexico.
Canadian tuxedo in Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong.
Oh man.
I look fucking good in denim.
Yeah, I mean, everyone looks. Everyone's around looking fucking fly as fuck, but like, that's also really, really sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of really dark spots in that denim.
Yeah, a lot of fucking chafing. But yeah, as of right now, we have no idea. So
yeah,
I'm gonna talk to my boss tomorrow.
We heard we might get next week off. But I don't know about that, because that's a lot of time. Our plant usually figures it out, so I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but they shut down Warren Truck for like 5 more weeks supposedly.
Yeah,
give us the engines.
My Uber driver worked there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was telling me about
funny.
it, man. Yeah, apparently, he's my cousin by marriage. He picked me up in Detroit.
The Uber driver?
Yeah, he picked me up while I was in Detroit. And I was like, yeah, I was
down okay. I'm thinking you're talking about down there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's my cousin by marriage. He was like, I was talking to him about Kansas City. He's like, oh, I got some family down in that area. Well, like southeast Kansas. And I was like, dude, me too. And he laughed and was like, well, clearly we aren't related, because he's a black guy, I'm a white guy. And it's like, you'd be shocked, man. You know the Kendricks? And he's like, no, but I know the Thompsons. And I was like, oh, cool. They married into my family. Like, I know those guys. And he's like, wait, you're related to the Kendricks? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking sick.
I'm like, technically not by marriage, but like my cousins are related to them,
So okay, so he was like a third cousin.
Yeah, like we're both related by marriage on opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah,
it's probably like a fourth cousin, then.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone out there that knows exactly what we're talking about, but it's no one that's us or listens to this. Maybe.
No.
Maybe I'm underestimating. I don't know, man.
Chrissy would know.
I figured it was either her or Ivy. It's definitely a female that would know this shit. No, I don't think any dudes fucking got this down. We're too fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no. I mean, maybe if you told me like 9 times, I might remember it, but like, that's not gonna stick in this head.
I never tried to remember it because it was like
It's not important.
I had family members that were cousins, but they were really like they were my age.
That's
but
fair.
they were my grandma's sister's granddaughter. So like they were my cousins, but they're not really my cousins. They're like
Yeah.
they're my mom's cousin. Yeah, so it's like
so like that's kind of like for me. There's like my mom has, I think it's technically a niece or a cousin, but she's like almost the same age as my mom because her oldest sister is her mother, is, you know, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's like a 15 to 20 year age gap between her oldest sister. We don't talk to her at all. She's even her daughter. They don't talk. She talks to my mom instead, kind of deal. But like they're almost. I think you met her, Dana and Will from Texas.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. She's the one that's like, yeah, so she's technically like a cousin, but right?
Yeah, it gets confusing.
Yeah. So that's where, for me, it makes it weird because she's like, you know, way old. She has kids that are almost my age, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's weird. I'm like, I just kind of gave. Once that started happening, I was like, I give up on trying to remember things. I'm just like, you are that person and related.
That's why we do it in my family. We do it more on age, like. Well, on my mom's side, we do it more based on age. So, like, all of us that were the same age, we're just cousins. The people that were our parents' age, those are aunts and uncles. The people that are grandma and grandpa's age, those are grandparents or aunts and uncles. Like, we never really changed it, man.
Well, that's like, so technically there's a sorry, one of my coworkers that doesn't get the generic text just asked me if I got it. So I'm just sending it to him in case. But no, so there's like my grandpa remarried like way later on to someone like 20 years younger. My mom's grandpa that lived in Texas. They got my grandma divorced him, and so then he ended up remarrying, like, you know, I think he was like 50 something when that happened, so he married someone in her like mid 30s.
Okay.
Or something kind of deal. We didn't really like her, so I don't know a lot. I just know like no one really got along with her. But they had a kid named, I'm not going to talk about him because he's gone. He did not end well, but he was like technically only like 5 years older than us. Cause yeah, so it was one of those like he's technically our uncle, but like. He's literally like, yeah. He babysat us one time just because he was 5. He was like, I think 17 and we were 10, kind of deal. And then I think later on that it was that weekend Kyle fell down the stairs. Not under his supervision. My parents were home, but he was there. He fucking tumbled like a motherfucker down them stairs, dude. He was like probably like 8 or 9 and just that was funny. It wasn't, but it was. But yeah. That was always weird for me to be like, because I'm like, yeah, 11 years old trying to like, no, not even, because this was before Bill, so I was probably like, he was probably like 14 or 15, and we were like 6 or 7, because this was before Bill, and he didn't come in until I was 11. So yeah, sorry, I fucked that up. So yeah, it's a little funnier now because it was a younger kid too, just shorter tumble span. But
A few more flips.
there's a lot more room for rotation. And he had a bigger head, so it was like a faster center of gravity deal.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't see this, but sorry, Kyle. Oh God. Yeah. Either way, James was that was I said his name, James. He was he was a cool dude, at least at that point. It didn't go well later on. I don't know. He had a lot of issues, but it fucked me up with that. And then we had another cousin that kind of did that same deal, and I was like, yeah, I'm giving up on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that out when I was at the family birthday party.
Oh God.
Meeting all of it. I have an uncle who's like a few months younger than me.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, this is wild, man. Like I used to make fun of I didn't make fun of my girlfriend, but I always thought it was like funny that my girlfriend in high school, her mom was my grandpa's age. Her dad could have went to high school with my dad. Like they were the same age group. Like, and then one of her best friends, who used to date my buddy Brad, who I'm doing his wedding. She was our age. She was my girlfriend's mom's ex-husband's daughter. So no relation at all. But they were the same age. And like they just called each other sisters. And I'm like, but you're not related at all. Like,
Well, it's kind of one of those things where like when you have a kid and you just have like if we ever sprout a kid, like we're just gonna call you Uncle Andrew because we're not gonna try to explain that thing until he's like whatever it is old enough to figure out what you are actually technically. So it's like, yeah, you just kind of you simplify it and then let the advancement come along as it may.
Yeah, but I mean, these people were like, we were in high school, and that's when they met. You know, like I think they knew of each other, but they didn't really start hanging out until like high school, college. So it was like, yeah,
got it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I mean, I guess like yeah, for you too. Like, oh yeah, you went and saw them again, didn't you? Or no?
Yeah.
No, you went and saw your grandpa.
I saw both. I've seen them twice. I went down the first time for the Easter dinner, and then the second time was for
the B-Day.
And
we did talk about that.
We talked about it on the episode that doesn't exist.
Oh God, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say yeah, because like that was funny because I wasn't sure if you did it one more time since then, but yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna go down this weekend, but my grandpa's got pneumonia, so I'm gonna go see him. Yeah. More than I'm gonna go see them, see what he's got going around in the house, what he needs help with, check up on him and everything. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very, very valid. Melissa was going, or I should say, is going on a girls' trip with Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, like, we really do got to do a boys' trip. Just like once we can afford it. I was like, damn, like,
it's gonna be a while.
Like, honestly, I know. It's one of those things I'm like, a part of me wants to just be like, how can we do like the cheapest boy trip in the world? It's just like driving somewhere, but I don't even know where the fuck we'd go. But we could figure something out and just do like, I mean, whatever. We just sleep wherever the fuck, but like.
That's what I used to do.
I
I used to just pull over to a rest stop, take a nap. I was
That's fair.
I was also a young 20-year-old in the military at
Yeah,
the
we couldn't
time.
do that. That's a lie. Yeah, that's like I'm lying to myself. There's no way I could pull that off. Yeah, we would have to. I mean, we would just be like, "Hey, here's a Best Western. That's a decent looking Best Western. Let's stop there.
Yeah.
Wherever next main city is, pop in somewhere, go, and then do some shit." Well, like, I don't even like. I was just like, it would be fun to do one of those because Melissa went on the other one years ago with her friend group when they planned this whole thing. So I'm like, fuck. Now she's been on like 2 trips,
It'd be
and
dope.
I'm just like, I just can't. Like,
It'd be dope.
what a lot of them is, I just don't have the vacation time. Next year would be possible.
Next year will be difficult because I'm gonna be hopefully trying to buy a house next year, and then
Yeah.
my mom wants to go on a road trip, so I'm gonna try to do that.
That's
with
fair.
her. This year's difficult
Yeah.
because I have a wedding in July, and then I have that one I don't have to spend a lot of money for, but
Yeah.
the Brad's wedding, love you, buddy. I don't think you watch either. I'm not mad about this. Like I'm glad I'm part of it and I can go to it. And it's a dope spot, but it's in California.
Oh.
Yeah, I just got the tuxedo rental the last time I was home. Paid for that, and then I'm having Chrissy go with me. Um, so we just got the plane tickets, and now we're looking at hotels and shit. I've already spent close to $1,000. And I'm like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of it. Is like I mean, to be fair, like when we do our trips, Melissa is really like, she's putting it all together. And like, I mean, realistically, like we took like 6 months of paying attention to like trying to find the best price for the flights when she finally booked it, kind of deal. And then like same thing with like and even with those, like we're doing it with the miles, Sky Miles, just because we're using the credit card when we can for things.
I don't have any of those racked up yet.
Yeah.
I will next year, but the wedding's this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say honestly, shit. What you should do is at least get like a version of the Amex card, because you can log the Sky Miles you fly, and then every time you just get food while you're there, because you have to get food, get them points.
I'm already kind of on that with the Marriott stuff.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah.
It's linked to my Uber account, so every
Okay.
time that I get an Uber from the airport or to the airport, points.
Yeah.
I haven't really been cooking here. I've been eating healthier, but I'm doing that Hawaiian Bros stuff. Except for yesterday, I got a pizza. Points.
Yeah.
Like damn near everything points. Like, but my Delta
Well,
stuff just got set up, and I don't have the card for that yet. So
Yeah. It's one of those things where I mean it paid for both of our flights to Seattle, so
well,
that was a
the
big
Marriott
giant help.
The Marriott points will probably cover the hotel at least. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it when we went to that concert in Chicago. No, when we went and saw All Time Low, wherever the fuck that was, I paid for both
Yeah.
hotel rooms with my points for that. So
Yeah, we're about to start doing that too now that we're like, because I think Melissa said the hotel that we ended up staying at is an associate of Marriott, and we were trying to decide like which one do we want to start trying to commit to for the sake of like getting points and making things affordable eventually. And we were like, all right, well, I think Marriott's the way to go, because when we stayed in Aruba for our honeymoon, the hotel that was right next to that place was a Marriott. And I was like, well, like, shit, that'd probably be just as good or better, because I never heard of the one we stayed at. But, I mean, it was great, to be fair. But
I
yeah.
love it, man. I think
Yeah.
after this trip I should be ambassador status, and dude, I'm telling you, I went to that convention, and I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna get a hotel room out here. That way, I don't have to fucking drive home. Like, I want to drink a little, hang out with my friends. My buddies
Yeah.
there are like, dude, they're booked up. Like, there's no way you're getting a room. And I walked up and was like, hey, can I try to book a room? And they're like, oh, we're kind of full right now. And I was like, can you put my number in and see if you got anything? And they're like, yeah, we can try, but you know. And then they put my number in, and they're like, yeah, we have the King's Suite. It's on the first floor this way. And I'm like, like, you know, it's been dope, dude.
Yeah.
I get a free little gift bag every time I go anywhere. Like, it's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it, dude. Like, it's so funny. Like, getting old is just realizing, like, how to use points.
Which
It's so fucking lame, but it's right.
dude, we grew up with video games, man. So like seeing that,
You're right. You're not
seeing
wrong.
that number go up and reach the next level, I'm like, yeah, like
Oh, it's addictive. I mean, straight up, like, in the next month or two, like, I got my one coworker, like, he was, like, talking about trying to open a savings account or whatever, and I'm like, hey, like, if you haven't opened it by, like, I don't remember, it's, like, June or something, I'm gonna tell him, like, hey, use this fucking place I'm using, because it's, like, it's a really good, I'm just using it as my savings account. And so any savings I have is only set in this fucking thing. Everything I basically keep almost just enough in my regular banking account to cover whatever automatic bills that are coming out, because the interest rate in the savings account's like 4% instead of nothing in my other account.
yeah,
Because Chase made all of my shit 0.01% interest. So I'm like, yeah, eat it. So I'm taking everything out of it, and I put it in this, and I'm about to be like, I get an extra 0.5% because Melissa sent me the link when I was finally able to put money in. And I'm like, so I'm about to be like, motherfucker, if you haven't like finally opened one up by now, just use this thing, because you'll get a boost rate too. It's one of those, like, you both get this thing. And I'm like, all right. So that was in my head. I was like, whatever, like, if he hasn't done it by then, because he keeps saying, like, I need to do this. And I'm like, all right. So I'm bugging him about it. Like, dude, do the
Yeah.
thing.
get your fucking,
Especially because
get your extra shit.
it's just
man.
automatic transfer. Well, it's automatic transfer. And that's the thing, is now I look at it and I'm just, like, looking at the interest number I get for when I put money in there. I haven't done it in a second because I'm making sure we have something for the fucking cruise. But, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, it's one of those, I'm like, now I'm starting to, the compound interest shit, I'm like fucking nerding out on it.
dude, and the automatic transfers. I'm so glad I'm at a point in my life where I can do that now. Like, I just every week it's an automatic, like, X amount of money gets pulled out of this account to go to that account or that account. And like,
Yeah.
dude, today, like, Chrissy booked the flights, and I was like, I literally just paid my car insurance, like, early. Like, I know I got extra money set aside for this, but I'm like, you booked it, like, I want to pay you my half, like, right now, you know, like,
Yeah.
but I need to wait for my expense report to come in next week. And then I was like, you know what, let me check my other account. I pulled my other account open, and it was like, oh damn, I could have covered all of it. Like, I was like, I didn't realize there was that much fucking money in there.
Well, and that's it. Like, I'm going to start soon. I want to set up an automatic transfer like that eventually here, but I'm like, not yet. But I mean, I've just been doing it myself. Probably once we come back from Alaska and we're not going on any big trips for a while. I think because we're not going to, unless I get really lucky and they actually cancel next week for me, which, since I'm already on vacation, I'll get all of those vacation hours back, which means if we can somehow find a way to afford it, I doubt it, but we might be able to do Greece like earlier next year, and that's the reason I want to do it, is because that's when it's the cheapest time to go, is early next year.
Mhm.
It's early in the year. It's like from like February to March is like the cheapest time to go. And I was just like, yeah, we just cannot afford that right now. So we nixed the plan, and that's why we're just like, we're gonna go to Chicago for our anniversary again. But like, I was like, that's the one. After that, we're kind of like, all right, well, we don't have any big trips in mind that we want to even think about trying to do for, because we're like, just at this point I want to do small stuff again. But so I'm like, yeah, but to try and save up enough points to try and go to Greece is like impossible. By then, I think at this point,
unless you're me.
yes. Well, that's it. Like, I mean, like, we can make an effort. That's for sure. I mean, like, we do. I am trying to use it every time I can. Like, at this point, just like even for like gas, just so like instead of using my debit card. And the one problem that's annoying is because me and her both have a card that's linked to it, but she set it up, so like her bank account's listed on it, so I can't make any payments to the card to like pay off my shit that I do on it.
Yeah.
So I have to Zelle her the money every time that I make anything on there. So I'm just like waiting till certain points and be like, all right, here's the fucking. But it's
I got the cheat code, man. I don't pay for any of this shit, but it goes onto my account.
Yeah, no, you got that is the cheat code for fucking points. That's for sure. But
I'm also never home, so.
You're not wrong. And it makes it a little easier to afford stuff. But also, like, I don't know. You have to spend all your money on getting food most of the time because you got a little kitchen. You can't do the cook stuff.
Not very
I will tell you, dude. We got one meal that we've been making it's a Maddie Matheson thing, and we started eating it while Melissa was on her cut because it's like high in protein. It's just fucking rice. Like, I throw fucking like Southwest taco seasoning inside the water so it boils into the rice, but then either like ground turkey or ground beef, and then scrambled eggs.
Oh, it's his dog bowl.
It's a dog bowl.
Yeah. I used to eat that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit fucking slaps.
That shit was
We've been eating the hell out of it.
That was my struggle meal.
We just had that yesterday. What we did is we blend enchilada sauce with cottage cheese, like with my stick blender, till it's like a legit sauce kind of deal. So it's like a healthier, like liquid cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking. It gives you the fucking farts, but it's fucking good.
I don't need those anymore, man. Like, my farts have been awful with this Hawaiian food.
That's
like,
fair.
It's good. Don't get me wrong, but fuck, man.
Yeah. That said, I'm gonna pop off here soon and go. I gotta start probably cooking dinner soon here. But it's good to talk to you, sir. Thank you guys all for listening. We love you guys. Have a great week. We will give the updates next week. Bye.
You got a thing you're supposed to say?
Oh, I did. Jesus Christ. Be nice to people that deserve it.
And fight those that don't.
Bye guys.